What's going on, everybody? It's Q Jackson, host of BLK Talk. Look, I was over here preparing for another amazing episode, but look, I need you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell so that you guys don't miss any of our amazing conversations. Have a new episode coming to you in 5, 4, 3, 2. What's going on, everybody? It's Q Jackson, host of BLK Talk, and I'm back with another amazing episode. And if you guys can see, we're in a different location because it's a special interview. I met this special young lady a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, out of every vendor that was in the place, now shout out to every vendor because you all were amazing, this one captivated me. Okay, so today's conversation is going to be with Ché Houston of Rene's Macarons.
Yes.
Not macaroons. We'll get into that later. But I'd like you all to welcome Rene Houston to BLK Talk.
Yes.
So for the people who are unfamiliar with you, this beautiful face and this amazing brand, tell the people about yourself.
Well, as you said, I'm Ché Houston, and I'm the CEO, founder of Rene Macarons and more. We are a luxury macaron supplier and a gourmet food, also dessert distributor. And we're located right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We ship all over the U.S. and we make people happy with our Southern finesse.
You know what? Now that's what got me. Okay, now it was the smile, it was the warm and inviting nature. Now y'all know I love us. I love us for real. Okay, and she captivated me with these beautiful, beautiful macarons. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Before you, I was not the biggest fan of them because when I had them, I'm like, they taste like raisins. They taste like raisins in a potato salad.
Oh no,
for real. But when I tried yours, I tried the cinnamon bun. Yes. And when I tell you, the flavor was amazing. It melted in my mouth, but it still had enough crunch. Y'all know I love crunch and seasoned food, okay? And it gave me everything I needed. And then your personality on top of that just made the experience amazing.
And that's what we try to do, is to give everyone an experience, whether you're talking with me, whether you're trying the macaron, whether you are gifting the macarons to someone. It's all an experience from the beginning to the end, to where the experience continues and it lasts and it keeps giving and giving and giving to where we're always memorable.
Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Now, you kept saying macaron, and I'm like, hold on. And I looked on the side. I'm like, hold on. Sister that made up a word. She's missing an O. I've always been told it was macaroons. But apparently, they're two different things. It could be described
Correct.
in two different ways.
Correct.
So if you can, for those like me who don't know, what is the difference between macaroons and macarons?
Okay, so the macaroon, for those who don't know, is the coconut kind of glob looking drop cookie with the cherry on top that we grew up on, that was in our grandma's house.
Yeah, my grandma ain't had no macaroon.
That came in that tin can,
I do remember that.
That is a macaroon.
Okay.
So the macaron are these little cuties right here. This is a French pastry, and it's made with egg whites, almond flour, and it has an array of different fillings inside. Now, I'm gonna tell you, the fillings that we have are not your everyday fillings. So this is what separates us from the rest, because our fillings are made with Southern finesse.
Made with love.
Correct. So our Southern finesse is because we have flavors like peach cobbler, banana pudding, that cinnabon you like.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and all of our fillings are made from scratch. That peach cobbler is made just like my grandmother made peach cobbler. We slow cook those peaches, to where they bubbling with the butter and the spices, and then we just finesse it.
Can you hear that? I hear the bubbling with the spices as you're saying this.
And we finesse it and get it inside of the macaron.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, what got you into the life of a macaron chef?
Okay. So I've actually been baking, decorating cakes, and doing desserts for 30 years.
Wow. And she's only 31.
And but the thing is I've always side hustled. I side hustled cakes, cupcakes, cake pops. I side hustle. I was selling cake slices out the trunk of my car, right?
Like people were selling CDs.
Yes, I was selling cake slices, $5. And so, but the thing is I always side hustle, and I was ready to have not only a legitimate business, but a purpose-driven legitimate business, right? So I looked at everything that I baked, you know, and I'm like, okay, what is going to, one, be the most lucrative?
Okay.
What is going to separate me from the rest? You know, and what is going to actually be able to provide not only a lifestyle for myself, but for those who come and work for Ché Rene. So I chose the macaron because, of course, lastly, it's fun. It is fun. It's fun making them. It's fun looking at them. They make you happy when you look at, you know what I'm saying? It just does something to you.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like for real. It does. Now it does. Because my experience has changed. And I am, you know, a nice, tender, the age that I am, and as long as like I said, as long as I've known them, they've tasted like one thing, but the experience has now changed.
Yes.
Based off of Ché Rene.
That's right. That's right.
So thank you for that.
Yes. Yes.
And on behalf of you all that will end up being Ché Rene Macaron customers, you're welcome in advance.
So like I said, once I looked at everything, I chose the macaron and just start building around it, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, what inspired me with that as well is I heard this famous producer who has a studio right down the street here. We over in South Atlanta.
Okay, I think I know.
We're in South Atlanta. Yes. So I was watching a video, and he made a very important point, and he said, you know, God gives us so many gifts and talents, but if you do not focus on one, you will not ever be able to perfect it. And so that really resonated with me, and I said, okay. And so that is really what made me hone in on the macaron, and to build around it, you know, build a purpose, build a brand. And so that's what.
Now, out of everything that's out there, cakes, cookies, pies, like you chose the macaron. Were you a fan of those prior to like getting into this, or like did you just see it and was like, oh, I think I could do that?
No, actually, I learned how to make the macaron about 11 years ago.
Okay.
It was about 11 years ago. I learned how to make it, and then I was so intrigued with it, and I was just like, I really want to do something with this. And so, you know, I started brainstorming around it, really researching, and then I worked for a mom and pop bakery, and they made them. And so then that's when I got my practice in, you know. And so I always had it in the back of my mind, one day, I'm going to have a macaron shop. And, you know, life showed up, you know, and, you know, got put on the back burner.
Yeah.
And I would come back to it every few years. And then finally, you know, I was like, okay, let's do this.
You know, there was, when I met you, there was a clipping of an interview that you did that stuck out. And it said, if I'm not mistaken, it was from addiction and housing insecurity to entrepreneurship. Yes. And to see where you were in that moment, and then to see that title, I'm like, there is no way in hell that you are here, you are showing up, you are bubbly, you are smiling, and the people are loving you.
Yes.
So if you could, like, tell us a little bit about how that part of your journey helped to get you where you are right now.
Okay. It's a very special part of my journey. And that particular article that you read, that was actually published in Forbes.
All right, Forbes?
Yes, it was published in Forbes. And so I overcame a 20-year addiction, a drug addiction, you know, and, you know, that wasn't how my mom and dad raised me. That wasn't the cloth I came from. That wasn't a part of my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? And so I was in a 20-year addiction that totally spiraled out of control, to the point where I found myself homeless, jobless, you know, mental health challenges, you know, and I've always, what I was rooted in as far as my morals and values, I knew it was wrong. But one thing people don't understand about addiction is that it is a disease.
Yeah.
You know, just like if you had any other type of disease, you need help to cure, not necessarily cure, but to get help, to get better.
Yes. And
so, you know, I struggled, you know, I would pull life together, you know, but I didn't have any tools, right?
So you were doing it by yourself at the time, and not
trying to stop on my own, and I couldn't understand why I could never get it together. It never dawned on me it was the drugs, right? It was everybody else and everything else. Couldn't possibly be me, right?
No. Absolutely not.
Not good old little Ché baby, you know. So, but the thing is, I finally admitted to my dad what I had been doing.
So for all those years, he never known?
He knew.
But y'all never talked about it?
He knew. So let me tell you, my father knew. But he knew that if he said something to me, I wasn't going to receive it. So he had to allow me to go on my journey of discovery and failure and, you know, bumping my head, and, you know, because see, my father was a recovering alcoholic as well.
Okay.
He passed away with like 27 years of sobriety.
Wow.
But my father introduced me to recovery. Right? He introduced me to recovery, and so once he introduced it to me, but then he had to let me go so that others could pull me into the fold to show me how to live without drugs.
So a lot of people think when it comes to recovery, it's just you admitting that you have a problem, that you want to get a hold of and overcome, and you go in, you come out, and you're better. But it's so much more.
It's a lot more.
What did you learn? Like, what are some of the tools that you learned while being a part of recovery? Because it doesn't end. No. It's not something you clock in and out of.
No.
Like, recovery it's
ongoing.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifetime. As long as you have breath, you have purpose. As long as you have breath, you need to take your recovery serious.
Yes.
Okay? So, the thing is one of the first things I realized with addiction is that mental health comes with it, right? So whatever that, it may be depression, it may be anxiety, whatever it is, get some help.
Yeah.
Get some outside help with that. And so that you're able to put that in your tool bag, because you're gonna you have to make sure your mental health is in check in order for you to even sustain your sobriety, right? And so the tools as far as, you know, attending regular 12-step meetings and being able to have a support system, you know, people who have a lived experience of addiction. And so as long as you have all of those, you're good. You're good. And I just thank God that, you know, all those years of not being able to get it together, that I finally caught on. Yeah. You know, I couldn't catch up, you know, but I finally caught on. And the thing is all these dreams and ambitions and this confidence and owning who I am, it's always been there. Yeah. It's always been there, but it was so much garbage on top. You know what I'm saying? So I had to just start purging. And so that's what my recovery does for me. It helps me to purge all those things that my addiction inflicted on me. Right?
Now, what I want to know, and this is something that, you know, I've had conversations with friends about over the years. We go through a lot of things in life, and we're wondering, like, damn, why is this happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why am I experiencing these different things? But eventually it gets to a place where once you have accepted, acknowledged, overcome,
Mm-hmm.
recovered
Mm-hmm.
from things like this, you find yourself in spaces where you have to talk about your experiences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For you, because a lot of times healing comes with having
Mm-hmm.
those conversations.
Exposure.
But a lot of times, that person that you're talking to, you don't realize that they're going through the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they've never opened their mouth to say anything about
Mm-hmm.
it. And your story has now encouraged them
Mm-hmm.
to be better than they were.
Yes.
Like, have you gotten to that place, and how did that make you feel?
Yes. So I have experienced that on many, many levels, and I'm blown away every time. I remember my first time being on stage of about 1,000 people.
Wow. Big
Right.
girls.
I was on stage, and I was sharing my journey of my being an entrepreneur and also my addiction.
Mhm.
And upon leaving that stage, I had grown men,
Mhm.
black, white, Asian, walking up to me, bawling out,
Mhm.
because I gave them hope for their wife, for their spouse, for their child. I gave them hope. I had individuals coming up to me saying, I've been sober a year. I've been sober 2 years, you know, like, and it has been so fulfilling. Because the thing is, I've always heard if I can help one somebody, you know, because see, what I understand is I didn't go through what I went through for me. I went through what I went through so that I can give hope to the next one.
Somebody else. Come on now. Woo.
Give hope to someone else, because it's another sister out there who has dreams. It's another sister out there who wants to do big things. It's a little girl out there who has thoughts of things she wants to do, but her mom is addicted, so she doesn't know if that's even possible for her. Right? She doesn't know if that's even possible. But I am that example. You know what I'm saying? I have a son. I was the one addicted, and my son is flourishing right now.
I had the opportunity to meet him.
Yes.
And when I tell you, he is an amazing fellow. Right there, supporting mama with the camera, got it going on.
Yes. You know.
So, like, even with that, like, going through what you went through while being a mother,
Mm-hmm.
like, did that affect the relationship, or
Mhm.
did it, like, kind of bring you guys close? Because
Mhm.
you guys look, you know,
Uh-huh.
like y'all right there. So, like, how did that impact your relationship?
So it impacted a great deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't show up.
Mm.
You know, I didn't always show up. I didn't always keep my word. You know, and it was painful. It was painful, but thank God for that village.
Yes.
Thank God for the village. Thank God for his dad and his dad's family. Thank God for my dad and my parents and my side of the family, because it truly took a village to raise him. You know what I'm saying? And he came out so good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Lord, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess. And I remember him saying, this was so profound to me, because I always wondered, like, how did he feel? What was he thinking as he's gotten older? And he said at one of my celebrations one year, he said, I knew something was wrong. He said, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Because, I didn't do a lot of stuff in front of him.
Yeah.
But he was like, I knew something was wrong. He said, but my mom always made sure I was with people who was going to take care of me. I was like, oh, I did something right. So, I mean, the thing is yes, I went through what I went through, but I came out even better. So, like I keep saying, I'm a hope shot for little black girls like me.
Hope shot.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a hope shot for women my age, you know what I'm saying, who think it's too late to start over. I'm a hope shot for them. Whether even if you don't have addiction, but you have gone through some trauma that has held you bondage. You know what I'm saying? That you've been trying to break away from. Like, it's possible. It's possible.
But getting to the point, I think a lot of people's issue is actually getting to the point of acknowledging that there is an issue. Because like you said, it's everybody else's fault, but me, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But when you get to the spot where you can, like, I'll tell you, I went through some, and I never looked in the mirror for about a year. It was a year I didn't look in the mirror because I didn't want to see the person that was looking back at me.
Right.
Because it would force me to admit what was really going on in my life. But when you get to that point, it's like you feel powerful, and it's like you take the steps to recover, and then you get to a place where you can share it with other people, and then you can be right here, right now on BLK Talk, sharing your story with other people.
Absolutely.
All right, Hope Shop.
Yeah, and you know the thing is becoming aware, admitting it, owning it, getting some help with it.
Yes.
And that's when you get to the point of overcoming it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't make those steps, to me, those are steps that I had to take. You know what I'm saying? And just own who I am. Yes, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shattered my value system, my morals, my integrity, and everything. And baby, I worked hard to get that integrity back. I worked very hard to get that back. I will not let it go. I will not let it go. I will hold on to it come hell or high water. Because when you lose that, you know what I'm saying? And holding on to my integrity also helps build my confidence. I do esteemable things every day. You know, to keep my self-esteem up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, any given moment, you know,
and it takes the littlest things, putting on a little piece of perfume, a little makeup.
Right.
That makes you feel.
I do esteemable every day. Okay? Because I have to stay in a high vibration. Yeah. I have to. Because, see, low vibrations, they take me places that I don't ever want to go back to.
And you don't need to.
Right.
We don't need to.
And I can pour all that into these macarons.
And when I walked into your space, because we are in her space today, like, I felt that. First of all, it's so very clean in here. I love that. Like, she takes care of this space. But just to see, like I said, that title, what stuck out, and just to see where you are today. Like, it is absolutely amazing. So throughout your recovery, what are some of the things that you learned that got you to where you were today? Because I know you said you had the company, you picked it up, you put it down, you picked it up, you put it down, but now you've been going and you're shipping across the country, you know, and things like that. Like, you can't just do that if you're not grounded, if you're not disciplined. So what are some of the things that you learned to get you to where we are today?
Having faith is number one. Believing in myself. Okay? Surrounding myself with people that know a whole lot more than me. Because I knew how to side hustle, but I didn't know how to run a business. So I put myself in circles of people who ran businesses. I put myself in circles where people were financial advisors, people who are CEOs, people who net worth is $1 million, you know, so they can teach me how to get to $1 million. My moves were very strategic. Very strategic. I did not play about my time, right? I stayed focused, and I just continued to listen, and I had mentors. Not only mentors in business, but leadership mentors, personal mentors, because I'm coming back from being destroyed from the inside out. So not only was I rebuilding myself personally, I was building a business. So in order for me to even be able to run this business, yes, I need the knowledge, but I need the maturity as well. I need to get rid of some of this stuff inside. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have a coach for me, coach for the business, coach, you know what I'm saying? And that's what worked for me. You know, that is absolutely what worked for me. And like I said, I continue to keep myself to this day surrounded by people that know more than me, who can teach me how to grow Ché Rene. And I mean, I was given the gift of creativity. You know what I'm saying? I watched my mom and dad. My mother was an entrepreneur. My dad was an entrepreneur. My stepdad was an entrepreneur. And then I got to watch my bonus mom be a support system for my dad with his business. So I've watched people create and grow businesses. You know what I'm saying? So now that all I have now is my bonus mom, who I love amazingly. She is amazing. I have a circle full of moms and dads and aunties and uncles that show me what to do, you know, keep me on track. And I stay focused, you know what I'm saying? And just keeping the faith and, you know, keeping the faith and honing in on my product, you know, learning more and more about my product, seeing what other avenues I can go, you know, with this product. So, yeah.
What I want to know about this product, there are over 40 flavors?
I have 63 flavors.
That's way over 40. 63.
I have 63 flavors as of today.
Now, how does that work? Do you
actually,
sit
it's going to be 64 with that one I was telling you about. It'll be 64.
I'll be back when she released that one. Ooh, buddy. Now, how did you come up with 63 flavors? Because I know the combinations have to be like out of this world.
Basically, they are dessert flavors that I love. Every now and then I'll do a post of, you know, what do you think our next flavor should be? People have suggested flavors to me, and then sometimes they happen by mistake. I don't mix something and like, oh, this is really good. Oh, we gonna call this. You know, some of it happens like that, but a lot of them are desserts that I love. I love sweets, and I'm a Southern girl, so a lot of them are, you know, desserts that I like.
So what are like some of the, not the top 3 that people love, but like the top 3, like how did this combination come together, flavors?
Okay, so, oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a New Orleans praline.
Uh-oh. They need that this weekend
Look,
down there for the big game. Yeah.
Look, I have a New Orleans praline. I fell in love in New Orleans. That's why I fell in love. And 2, I love the praline because I'm a pecan girl. So you can pretty much mix anything and throw some pecans in it, and I'm good, you know. So that was one of them. I created the praline, you know, honor of New Orleans. Let's see here. Oh, I have a triple berry. I have a triple berry that's actually really, really good. And it's a combination of a strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry preserve. And it has our specialty cream mixed in it. And it's bursting with flavor. And one of my other favorite fruit ones is our passion fruit, which is made from actual passion fruit.
Now, is there ever a time where every flavor is displayed?
No.
Too much?
No. We display our top 10.
Okay.
We'll display the top 10.
Okay.
Because with 63 flavors, you know, I mean, we have Neapolitan ice cream. It tastes just like Neapolitan ice cream. Yeah. You know, so I mean, it's so many combinations of flavors. 63. I mean, you can just only imagine. One of our top flavors that a lot of people like is our strawberry cheesecake.
Okay.
Because it tastes just like a strawberry cheesecake. Because one, all of our fillings are made from scratch. So you can't go wrong with scratch.
You can't. Now, it's one that's in my mind right now. Now, I've had it as a cake. And then I tried them together, and I said, oh my God, these flavors marry so well.
What is that?
Key lime. Now, you got key lime?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now what is it mixed with? What do you mix it with?
I don't mix it in anything. It's fresh.
No, I'm saying, like, are there any combinations?
No, but we do have a lemonade stand collection.
What I'm thinking about is a key lime and a red velvet together.
I've seen that.
Flavor 65. It's called the quintessential.
Here we go. I'm gonna have to make that. I'm gonna have to work that out.
No, but I'm telling you, like,
I have seen that cake, and we have a red velvet and we have a key lime. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make that happen.
Okay, my birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah.
You know, we can have that at my party.
Yeah, that's a good combo. That's a good combo because I love key lime cake.
Yeah.
And I love red velvet cake.
And red velvet is kind of subtle, and key lime kind of gets you.
Right.
But those two together,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it is amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's key lime right there.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Ooh, and it always match my outfit. Oh, and it's so soft. Got a little bit of crunch. Oh my God.
Yeah. Fresh key
And
lime.
you're the reason why. This is going to be my new favorite dessert. Like, for real. I wanted that one. That is awesome. Oh my God.
This is our lavish lemon, and this is our raven raspberry.
Mm-hmm. This is blue right
Oh no, this is our raspberry soiree.
here.
Yes.
You talked about that. That
Yes.
is so good.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that raspberry soiree.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that is our homemade chocolate ganache with
Ganache.
our raspberry preserve. Right. It comes in later.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I got you hit me with that chocolate. I taste the raspberry. That is good. Oh,
Yeah.
little piece of raspberry. She said it was fresh.
Yes.
I can sit here and do this all day. So,
They're addictive.
I know Mama said don't talk with your mouth full, but I just have to know this.
Yes.
When you go to events and people get the opportunity to try these,
Mm-hmm.
now I know a seal of approval is you sit there and you look at these people's faces
Mm-hmm.
and their expressions. Now, what does that do for you? Now, while you tell that, I'm gonna finish chewing this.
It never gets old. It just lets me know that I'm continuing to have a consistent product,
Mm-hmm.
quality product, you know, and I just it never gets old to see the reactions of, oh my God, what just happened? What did you do?
Yeah.
What is this? I never had one like this. I've traveled the world. I've never had one like this. It never gets old, you know, and it just lets me know that I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right. People are loving it. One, they love the taste. The flavor is full flavor. It's no question of what the flavor is.
No.
And then on top of that, they're gluten free.
Oh.
No
And
preservatives.
it's healthy. Okay.
It's gluten free, no preservatives, and then we also use fruit and vegetable powder for some of our coloring.
Mm. Instead of the regular food coloring.
Right, because we actually, the FDA just recently did a ban on red dye number 3.
Oh.
And so we're transitioning from using red dye number 3 to a more healthier color for red and pink.
That is like, so I can sit here and eat these and not feel guilty about it. Now,
And wait, hold on.
okay, all right.
And 50% less sugar than the standard macaron recipe.
And the crazy thing is, it's not missing any flavor. Like I said, this has more flavor than what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and it's 50% less sugar.
Less sugar, yes.
That is
Because I mean, I want my people to experience it.
Yeah,
And sometimes we don't always need all that sugar.
we don't.
You know what I'm saying? So in order for my people to experience it, you know, because there'd be some health issues going on, but they can still experience it.
Yeah.
You know, without, you know, all these side effects of sugar.
Now, with what's going on in the world now, egg price of $50,000 for a dozen. Like, how is that affecting your business?
Well, the thing is with me, right now, yes, egg prices are going up because of the situation with the birds and all that. And it's not totally affecting me because the thing is this issue with the eggs is not going to be forever, right? So, you know, I'm not going to push that cost off onto my consumer. I'm not going to do that because this is going to end. You know, the price of eggs is going to come back down, and Ché Rene is still going to be great. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So no matter what's going on in the world, this is what my assignment was, right? This is a part of the foundation of Ché Rene, is giving quality, you know, integrity, and being of service. So every time it's a hiccup in the world, we don't have to bow down to the hiccup.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Because look, he gave this to me. He gonna take care of us. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna continue to be the company that we are. We're gonna continue to lead in excellence. We're gonna continue to lead in quality, and we're gonna continue to expand. And we're gonna be in every household. We're gonna be on everybody's lips.
I know, because y'all on mine right now. I can't wait for this to be over so I can get some more.
But yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes it's a little pinch, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to be like gas prices go up, gas prices go down.
But we still got to get gas.
We still got to get gas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, egg prices are going to go up. They're up. They're going to come down. You know, but the thing is here at Ché Rene, we're not going to put that extra cost onto our consumers. We want them to continue to experience, you know, what they are accustomed to experiencing. Yeah.
So what's next for you and the brand?
What's next? All right. So because we are a luxury French macaron and gourmet dessert supplier, our next step is to continue to expand our wholesale and our retail. So we are looking to go on shelves. You know, we have to get on the shelves so that our people can experience this all over. And so new people can discover Ché Rene macarons. You know, because whether you get it out of your specialty market, your hotel gift shop, first class flight, right? I want them to experience Ché Rene.
Ché Rene's is what an experience.
Yes.
Like every time I've encountered you, it's always an experience. It's like my grandmother always said, you know how you never meet a stranger? Like that's how I felt with you.
Oh, wow.
Even though I was meeting you for the first time, I've met you before. The spirit is just amazing. And I love everything that I've experienced, that we've had the chance to talk about. I love everything that I've had the chance to try. I want to try that banana pudding eventually. Now, y'all, I don't like banana pudding. I don't like bananas. But I just feel like yours will be different. You know?
It is.
And I just wish you so much success.
Thank you.
And I want to continue to see you grow.
Yes.
As I continue to grow. Because when I have my 100,000th episode, you know, I want you right there. You know,
I'm gonna be right
like
there.
Something.
We're gonna be giving out VIP guests, your VIP guest macarons.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm all for that.
Yes.
Now, tell the people where they can book, where they can buy, where they can bring you out to their events and share your story, as well as the macarons.
Well, you can definitely, I'm on all social media, Ché Rene Macarons, and that's Cherene, as you can see up here. Ché Rene Macarons, you put it in, you know, as I tell people, Google me.
Very Googleable over here.
Yes. So, but all social media is Ché Rene Macarons. We are available for events because we do have dessert catering. We have our lavish dessert tables. No party is too small, no party is too big. we can definitely take care of you. You can also experience our macarons at any of our 5 locations with our wholesale partners. We have macarons at The Dirty Tea in Virginia Highland. You can get our macarons at Honey Bubble Cafe in Midtown. You can experience our macarons at the Ginger Room in Alpharetta. And you can also experience our macarons at Fruity Bubbles Cafe in Smyrna. And for those of us that are a little further up on the East Coast, you can visit us. You can have our macarons at the Posh Tea Room in Monroe, Connecticut. And you can also order online at crmacs.com. And we will ship Paris to your door.
Oh, yes. Yes. And on that note, I thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much for this experience.
Yes.
And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of BLK Talk. Make sure you guys support. Make sure you guys purchase, because they will ship them to you. And you will not be disappointed. You got 65, thanks to that new one. 65 flavors to choose from. But I thank you guys once again for tuning in. And tune in again soon to another amazing episode of BLK Talk.